Oh, it is time to actually start the finishing touches to the game itself. So I'm just walking around, seeing... And he has one sorcery left to buy.
It is folly to claim lives recklessly, Fred. Do not be tempted. No matter the victim's stature, every killing has a consequence. Even as I bloodied my hands, I never realized this simple truth. There I was, the very definition of a fool. Oh,
So,
I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now, no mistake. You should have something to prove it. Go on. If I'm giving something away, you'd better well take it.
well, that's good. That's well pointed, actually.
How do you like gimmicks, friend?
Oh, he has still things to say.
Is a sign, a cipher, employed by sorcerers who use quietude to their advantage. With this, you can be sure to tell friend from foe from your very first encounter. It's a very old practice at this point.
Well, the world is ending, so everything is old.
In Vinheim, I was an assassin, a sorcerer only in name, a killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries.
Well, now you have.
When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery. All thanks to you, I might add. You are no ordinary man.
No, I am undead.
All these sorceries, and you've mastered every one. If this were the Dragon School, you'd be...
Well,
overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags.
well, yeah, you've
I
learned.
would hate to see our agreement end sourly. Better left, tucked away, as a pleasant memory.
That's actually a quite reasonable a way to see things, that the things are now ending, so it's time to end them with a polite note and friendly tone. So time to deliver the last Lord of Cinder to his throne. Very sad. Lothric, Prince Lothric is here. They all are here now. And the Firekeeper is moving. So it is time to talk with her, what she knows.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones.
I had to pick 4 of them.
Thanks to thee, most worthy of lords.
Not only that.
Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee before the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire. Farewell, mayst thou.
And so now I have found the fire. Lords are here. They witness my competence. Watchers of the Abyss Watchers,
Noble lords of
Saint
Cinder,
Aldrich. Ludleth the Exiled.
the fire fades.
Only volunteer to arrive. Yorm
And
the
lords
Giant.
go without thrones.
Abyss Watchers. And finally, Prince Lothric himself, King Lothric of this whole land.
Surrender your fires to the true heir.
But this essence of being a true heir has some resonance with Dark Souls 2, in which you are meant to be a true monarch. But that is the only slight spark of the fire left. And proving myself superior to these 5 Lords of Cinder, I have proven myself worthy to find the fire. But I have also taken the dark soul to myself. And of course the Ashen
to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
And yes, they mentioned the Lordran itself. It is Kiln of the First Flame, place where Lord Gwyn found him went to keep the fire lit and was burning it for eternity, and went probably quite crazy, but I think he found it worthy. But here's the kiln. Just a similar burned out wasteland as the reg heap, and with here the world is failing, and there's the fire. Time to go there. Firelink Shrine will now lead me straight to the fire. Yeah, God, Faram, God of War, blah 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 blah. Gwyn, God, asshole. Or I would say not necessarily an asshole, but not the most pleasant fellow either. Now I found the kiln. And from here you could travel to the reg heap. Well, I have no interest of doing so, as I have already rampaged through that place. But it's time to start going forward and be an cowardly scrub and summon aid to myself. Mostly because I have a very bad feeling that the kiln of the first flame is not undefended, unguarded, although this way it is unguarded. There's no enemies attacking me or on sight, just burned out hell. So time to salute him and go forward. Climb these jagged mountains of ash. Called the Londor Pale Shade. Let's see, can I even summon more aid? Uriel. I'm calling as much as help as I can. So now it is time to go to the kiln of the first flame. And see the walking fire fiery carrot form towards me. Soul of Cinder is attacking me. The embodiment of everything and everyone who has linked the fire. But for why it attacks me, I have no idea. It brings forth sorceries, it uses miracles, it has pyromancies with it, and it fights like a hell. It is every method fire has been linked. And he's been hurt badly. So now it brings out the biggest form it had. Gwyn, first Lord of Sunlight, has reappeared to his soul of Cinder. With his sunlight spears and fiery swords. Gwyn was the first to link the fire. He was the most powerful. So it is natural that his fighting would be present in here. And he fell. Final Lord of Cinder is dead. I have taken Soul of Lords. And one Sunlight Medal just because there was this one aid guy. And there's nothing left to do. I could call the Firekeeper to take the Firekeep to myself, but I intend to grab it. But I am not linking the fire. I am the dark soul within me rejected the fire. No more linking, no linking the fire. The world is ending, the dark soul, the fire will now extinguish. Only fire remains within the Ashen One who has no name. Perhaps this is the time for humanity finally to come.
Gracious Lord, make
although the camera work made it appear much more sinister. And with that, whole Dark Souls trilogy is now over. And I must say that was a fucking nasty fight. And it just got worse and more difficult as I get further. And it was this third and the first one were directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki, which made them quite similar in styles and concepts, and which means that the Dark Souls 3 is direct sequel to Dark Souls 1, although and I'd say the Dark Souls 2 is a sidequel, as in it happens, it tells story from the same world, but it is not direct sequel to first one. It is like something that one story would, there's a story of a John who goes to Lordran, but then there should be a story of Dave who went to Drang Lake searching for another path. But this was quite much of a brutal quest. There was great moments, there's moments of beauty, sadness, and really epic boss fights, and really unpleasant bullshit fucking asshole boss fights, but of course I'm not regretting that I did this past. And it was one more long quest, with a lot of space of interpretation, and I'm much better at, might be in a sense of literal way to better at telling my impressions, but in this end I made it so that the end world was finally getting to some kind of new cycle beginning. Not just same linking of the fire cycle, but now the completely true new cycle of fire extinguishing and becoming the Age of Dark, which is Age of Man, dominated by the Dark Soul, and perhaps it will lead to a new, different Age of Fire. But that was it. Quite a ride.